Hey, Vito La Fata here, creator of Fitness Profit Systems and Fitnesspreneur's Life, and welcome to the Freedom Income Plan. I'm going to share with you today 5 additional revenue streams that you can add to your business. They're going to allow you to help more clients, create a bigger impact, and make more income, all the while without having to work any more hours, because it all seamlessly fits into what you're already doing with your fitness business. The reality is right now, trainers are stuck trading dollars for hours. It's an ugly truth that's hidden in our industry that's often not talked about. The fact that it's not designed the way we're being taught to build our businesses in the industry for you to make a lucrative income. The idea statistics came out a couple of years ago that the average trainer makes less than $42,000 a year. I don't know many places in the world right now that you can support a family and build a lifestyle, potentially have a retirement, have savings in the bank, feel financially secure on $42,000 a year. But yet, that's our path. Most trainers are lasting 3 to 5 years before they simply can't make enough income, and they have to start taking second jobs or look to other careers. And that's a travesty for who we are today. I believe that you, as fitness professionals, are healthcare today. You deserve to create 6-figure incomes. The same way doctors can earn that kind of income, so can you. The problem is not the way it's currently designed. Because all we can do with the industry right now is I show up, do my sessions, I get paid. I show up, teach my class, I get paid. I own my studio. After I pay everybody, I have something left over for myself. Hopefully, it's something worthwhile. But when you're dealing with a lot of brick and mortar, or just trading dollars for hours, which is that kind of hourly technician job that most trainers are painted into. I hate to say that, I experienced that myself, but that's the reality where we're at. And if we're going to create a true income freedom plan for you, we got to address those ugly truths. We got to know that this is how it's built. How are we going to evolve it if we want it to change? Because I was just like you. I first came into the industry as a trainer, working back in New York. I worked for a club. And I built my book up, and I was working pretty much those 50, 60 sessions a week. Now, back then, I was in my 20s, it was good money, I was just like, cool, this feels great. But then I came out here, and I started living in California, and I was working for a club out here. But I was always at the mercy of, if I showed up and worked, I made income. But if I was sick, or I had to travel, and I remember when I blew out my back, and I had to go on workers' comp and leave, I wasn't making the same income anymore. All of a sudden, my life took a big, steep decline. And I was just like, whoa, is this the reality that we're going to always be faced? Where if injury comes or vacation comes or something like that, we don't earn income? I can't eventually have a family and build something that way. And I remember coming back and I started to think about, man, I've got to start thinking about how to diversify my income. Because the reality is, there's a very dangerous number in business that you never want to build your business around. And that's the number 1. One of anything is dangerous, because if anything happens to that, you're pretty much screwed. Let's just say you have one really big client, one big referral source, one stream of income, training. Back then, my only source of income was training. So when I ended up blowing out my back, I was suffering because I had nothing else going on that brought in income. Back then, there wasn't yet online training, where we could start doing virtual coaching and you can actually still be making income training people, motivating people, inspiring people, but from home. So that wasn't there yet. So that's when I started to realize, man, I got to really start thinking about additional ways to build my business. And that's when I started looking into nutrition program and cardiovascular program, RMR testing and metabolic testing and all those things. But here I was, developing this business on the outside. And maybe many of you have done that currently where you're at. You're working for somebody and you're starting to be like, man, I'm handcuffed myself. I'm working for this club, I'm working for this studio, but I'm not bringing in enough income to feel life truly progressing and feeling happy with the progress that you're making. Maybe you're starting to think about, well, what can I start to invest in as other business decisions that'll help me make additional income? I had started looking at metabolic testing way back then, but what ended up happening is I worked for a big club that felt that was a conflict of interest, that I was working something on the outside. Meanwhile, the services I was building on the outside were nothing that the club owned. So I couldn't agree with their dogma of, oh, hey, this is a conflict of interest, and I ended up getting fired. And there I was, once again, a slave to the number 1. My one job was taken from me, and all of a sudden I went from a trainer to pretty much a business owner overnight. I had to rally my clients, I had to do what I could to now all of a sudden build a business on my own. And that's when I started to learn about, I kind of built a business in a garage, in my apartment complex. Then I opened up my first studio. And I built my studio up, but I went through a bad buyout of my ex-business partner and all these things. And again, once a big chunk of my revenue left with my business partner, and I had to buy it, I went $105,000 in debt. $105,000 in debt. And I was back to square one where I was just like, man, the way I'm building this business doesn't protect me from these things that happen in life. Because man, things can really come at you. Something can happen to a kid. Something can happen to your health. Something can happen to where you got to travel and you got to move. Maybe a spouse's job moved and you got to move. And all of a sudden you're like, my business was built local. My business was built in a local geography. That's one of the traps of our industry. Our business is built just in a local geography, usually a 5 to 10 mile radius of where we live. That handicaps us. And I learned that big time within my studio. But there I was in my studio. Maybe you've gone through that. Maybe something's happened in your life where you're like, man, I know I had to move. I know I had to deal with these kind of things. And yeah, I've gone through this up and down with my income. How do we stop that? Well, that day that I was standing there in my studio, starting to recognize that I didn't buffer my business, I didn't diversify my income streams, I started to look around for what were some other ways. What were the needs of the people that we were working with? And what was also evolving in the industry and evolving pretty much in the markets and the economy that I could take advantage of. And I found 5 things that started to really make a difference that our clients needed, that would also bring in income, and allow me to now start having income coming in from other resources. And the beautiful thing was that they started to basically make money while I slept. They didn't require me to just physically be present. So now I was starting to do the work once, but building revenue that kept on coming in. When I made that simple decision, and I started to add Beachbody coaching onto my existing fitness business, and I started to add the 5 revenue streams that are possible by adding one business model through Beachbody coaching, and then what we eventually developed it into with Team Rockstar Fit, I was able to now turn that business around. And each month, I started to add another 500, another 1,000, another 2,000, and I just kept on ticking at it. Each month I started to add a revenue stream that was building residually, compounding, underneath, consistently, to the point that in 4 some odd years, I now have an additional business that brings in over $52,000 a month. It's changed the scope of hundreds, if not thousands, of fitness professionals as we've been teaching this model to other fitness professionals that are all in the same boat. They're all in the same boat, like, I need to make more, but I can't work more hours, and someday I can't train everybody on the floor myself. How do I start evolving? And that's what brought us to the choice of, like, how do you add Beachbody coaching to your business? But in particular, it's what does it give you that plugs in to help your clients get better results, your business be more diversified and protected from that number 1, and gives you that lifestyle. Now, it comes down to this. When we start thinking about our clients, the first thing that really is like open game for us, that's sitting, it's in front of our face sometimes, and we're just completely recognizing it because of an old taboo. An old taboo that we shouldn't be in nutrition coaching. And that's quickly going the way of the dodo bird, if you will. Because nutrition coaching is an absolute must if we're going to be helping our clients. So that's a first revenue stream. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but nutrition coaching is one of the revenue streams you should be adding. It's part of the window that's open to us. The window that's open is that our clients have more needs. We have the ability to help them more ways than just training them now. We just simply have to start taking those and using the proper alliances and business models that allow us to plug this in. Now here's the thing. I believe in this thing called the Trifecta of fitness. And the research and the studies all pretty much back this up. But fitness by itself, what we've always technically done, only has a success rate of about 1% in helping a person lose 30 pounds or more, 1 year later, the success rate of that person maintaining those 30 pounds is 1%. It's not a very good number for our industry. Now, I've worked with a lot of nutrition companies, because when I started to recognize the handcuffs that we had with just fitness alone, I started to look at, hey man, I got to start adding nutrition. That's when I was telling you I started to add nutrition programs and things like that. So I worked with a bunch of different companies to try to find what made sense for us. And back there I started to recognize that a lot of those big nutrition companies, the Jenny Craig's and the Weight Watchers and the Lindoras and all those chains of weight loss companies out there that were based solely on nutrition and never really provided sound fitness advice, their success rate 1 year later, 30 pounds or more, was 10%. Not much better than we are, and a problem as well. But when you add fitness, nutrition, and accountability coaching all together, the trifecta of fitness that a person needs, the success rate of that client 1 year later, losing 30 pounds or more and maintaining it off, is 89%. 89%. That number changed my mind. That number said we have to be in the ring of providing nutritional coaching and nutritional products to our clients. If we're out there claiming that I can help you with body transformation, I can help you with weight loss, we've got to start putting our claim in there. Now, the big taboo is, should we talk about nutrition coaching? Listen, if you're out there ever trying to tell somebody, hey, follow this diet, this nutrition plan, and it cures your diabetes, it can fix your medical condition, you're out of the scope and you're going to get in a lot of trouble with legal issues and liabilities and things like that. But if you're providing good, wholesome, nutritious meal planning based around superfoods and quality nutrients going in the body, you're well within the scope of what we're able to teach, because we're teaching habits and behaviors. We're not prescribing nutrition plans the way a nutritionist does. You have somebody that has a true medical issue, you should be referring out. Otherwise, within the realm of helping a person develop better habits and behaviors, you're well within your scope, and it's a results-oriented, benefit-rich service you can add to your business that will help your clients, and you can be earning income from it. That's an important revenue stream. Now, that leads into a second revenue stream that's within our window, and that's nutritional products. Nutritional products. Our clients are buying them. Our clients are buying them at CVS, at Costco, at GNC, at Vitamin Shop, everywhere. I remember when I was first in the industry way back when, I would tell clients about, get protein shakes, get this thing, get that thing, and I would send them all to those shops. And maybe I was always trying to be like with that shop, I was like, hey, if I refer people to you, will you send people our way, and da-da-da, and it never worked. It never worked because those people never actually cared enough to, they were trying to, a bunch of trainers refer to us, and sure, we'll try to send you people. It was always take. There was never a good revenue model. And then I was just like, well, all I can do is then refer the person and do what's good for my client and send them to those shops. But then along came Beachbody, and they had a solution. In particular, the solution was Shakeology, which is a superfood meal replacement. Not just a protein shake, not just a meal replacement, not a slim fast thing, nothing, but a ridiculously nutrient-packed, like dense nutrition, superfood meal replacement that I believed in. I've been with other MLMs and network marketing companies that the products didn't stand the test of time and really just didn't fit my ideology and the beliefs that I have about what we're trying to do. Because I was very into teaching people about good, wholesome nutrition, eat your foods, all that. And that's kind of where I was stuck for many years as a trainer. I was just like, no, I gotta tell my clients to eat all their foods. Then I started to recognize my clients are not me. They all can't jump in and make that decision themselves right away. They sometimes need easier solutions that help them in a busy life. So I started to be like, it's not about me and just my pure ideology, because that's not the real world. If I went around and gave them a paleo diet day one and they were eating McDonald's the other day, there's no way that they're like, I can't go from eating McDonald's every day to eating a paleo diet and counting micronutrients and grams and this and that, and we set them up for failure. They've already been beaten up enough about failure over their nutrition and their weight loss, and us as perfectionists want to give them these meal plans that are completely unrealistic, and then we're beating them down because they went and tried another program, they failed again, and then they feel their confidence deteriorating again. Shame on us for doing that. We have to think about them and their lives and do what's right for them. So when I found Shakeology, it made sense as one tool in my belt that I can put into my clients' hands and help them get breakfast in, help them get lunch, help them get a post-workout meal in, help them get a pre-workout meal in, help them get something on the road. They had problems in their lives that I can insert a nutritional product that was going to feed them for at least one meal in their day. I knew they were going to get massive nutrition. To me, that was the small win that I wanted them to feel good about, and that could potentially start the avalanche of their behavior. Because when they mastered that one thing, we were able to open them up into a lot more. And little by little, we began to shift them into more nutrition plans that were a little bit more detailed out and things like that, but all in due time. Now, the beautiful thing about that is Shakeology, that meal replacement, well, when we offer that and introduce it to our clients, we've never gone out and sold it. What we did, because we're all fitness professionals on our team, and we thought about this as, hey, do we like sales? Most trainers and fitness professionals hate sales. So we're like, but what do we do best? We create programs, we run challenges. So let's insert into our challenges, into the meal plans, Shakeology as a part of the meal plan. And all of a sudden, clients weren't shopping for the shake, or they weren't shopping for the workout, they weren't shopping for the nutrition coaching. They were shopping for the 5-day fat blast. The 5 days that might be the kickstart to their weight loss. The little introductory feeder program, the little campaign, the community, the fun little challenge, the 21-day slim down, the 10-day drop 10 with the friend challenge. They were shopping for the results of that program. We just inserted in the meal replacement in there, so when they got their package, if you will, that was a component of it. And they were like, oh, these are all the things I need to get the results of the program. And then as they were going through the program and they were coming out losing their 3 pounds, their 5 pounds, their 10 pounds, their 18 pounds, just depending on what duration challenge we were running, they were starting to get confident about the results. And they're like, oh my God, that shake made my life so much easier. That was great. I'm loving how I'm feeling. This is amazing. How do I keep going? And we showed them the value of nutrition in their life. We showed them the value of the tool in their life. It made sense to them. They kept on using the shake every month to help their nutrition. And isn't that what we're all looking for? To help them consistently build their nutrition? Well, on a business end, every person that was on Shakeology was $30 a month into our pocket. For me, I thought about it like as a club, as a studio owner. I was like, well, that's like me having like a $30 membership running every month. I'm trying to always build my memberships. Well, now I'm building a nutrition membership within my gym. And the way they get access to it and access to our coaching group and all that stuff was be on Shakeology, be committed to your nutrition every month. And all of a sudden they were like, oh my God, I get a little accountability group, I get this whole thing, plus I'm getting part of my meals covered each month for this. And we were building a $30 a month residual. And because people need the nutrition every month, I did the work once and it was building every single month. And we just kept on running them to the point that we just started to build that residual. I helped all my trainers that worked at my studio. They all became coaches. They all started helping their clients get on nutritional products and into the programs and into the challenges. All of a sudden, they were all starting to make an extra $300, $400, $500, $2,000. That's game changing. That's the kind of stuff that's game changing for a trainer or fitpreneur to start having that kind of a residual coming in. And now we were in control of like the one-stop shop. We weren't sending dollars down the door the way we always used to. We were keeping it in-house, building an additional revenue stream, helping our clients get better results. It was a trusted product that we believed in, and off we rocked and rolled. That was potentially the most game-changing move I've ever done that created freedom of income in my life and for my trainers' lives. So that was an important piece. And it combined on top with the nutrition coaching that we leveled them together. And now we had 2 additional revenue streams. Now, what else did we start to think about when we were building out things for our clients? We started to think about, well, hold on. They all need little things like equipment, bats, bands, balls, foam rollers, all that stuff. Now, back in the day, we used to have to buy that stuff, inventory it, and try to sell it at the front desk. Well, now, that's different. Now, you can find Perform Better and different things like that, and you can try to just refer your clients to that and try to get the little affiliate deal with them and maybe make a couple percentages here or there. But that's a lot of labor intensive and often not very rewarding because those companies never structure the business model to make you a lot of profit. Beachbody, on the other hand, created an entire equipment store online that we have to carry no inventory, but we have access to an entire equipment store. And we were like, awesome. Now we could just use links. We could send people to, oh, hey, you needed that mat, that band, that ball. Here's the link. They would go, Beachbody would drop ship it to their house, and the trainer or myself made income. I, as the business owner, went into my email systems and went into things, and I started to plug those links into various blogs and articles and emails so that randomly, as those articles, those blogs, and those emails all existed out in my business, when people found them and bought, I would just wake up and there'd be income coming in because I plugged in an equipment store. Our clients are again buying these things at Costco, at Target, at the local equipment store. They'd rather buy it from you. They'd rather know that you're a one-stop shop for them, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got it all right here. And the trainer now has a deeper tool belt. You have a deeper tool belt to help them out with. And the best thing about it was just that's also like between that and the nutrition products, Beachbody gave us an entire nutrition store. Bars, omegas, vitamins, minerals, weight gain powder, creatine, everything that we needed. All of a sudden we were like, wow, I literally have like a GNC at my disposal, but no inventory, no drop shipping or anything like that. Excuse me, they did all the drop shipping. We had to carry no inventory, anything like that, and yet we could make the money every month on a residual because the people had the ability to say, you know what, I need those vitamins every month. You know, I need that thing every month. And the stuff would come in every month, and your checks would grow every single month. There's absolutely no reason why that is not a part of your business if you want to create some freedom. If you want to start having that income that you know, God forbid anything happens to you. God forbid you're traveling, you're sick, something happens with the kid, you got to move, you got to... The beautiful thing about a business like this is it travels with you. It's portable, it's flexible, it's mobile. That's what we need today for the changing ways our lives are going. Now, what else could you be doing to help out with this? Now, obviously, there's a massive, massive window with the online and the Facebook world. Currently, there's 3 billion people online, and there's 1.2 billion users on Facebook. Are you there with your marketing? Are you there with your challenges? Are you there with your business? If not, it's not going to get pretty in the next couple years. And I don't say that to like scare you, but yet I do. Because the reality is if you are still just a trainer that's competing in just the brick and mortar world, just in the job world, and you're not getting into the online world, look at what's happening. Everybody's looking for apps now. Everybody's looking for online programs. Everyone's looking for some way to stay connected online. Your business is going to boom if you start getting into that online world. So we added online challenges to our trainers and to our Beachbody coaches models. We help them as Team Rockstar Fit because we're made up of fitness professionals and entrepreneurs. We started to take all of our programs and create them into little marketing campaigns that we would give to our coaches and say, hey, here's how you can run a Facebook group running this 21-day slim down. And here's how people can be a part of this without having to come to you physically to do the training. They can be part of this program. They can see the videos, they can see the different things, they can be part of the meal plan, they can be part of the community, they can be part of the threading, and now all of a sudden, trainers start to have a turnkey, like overnight, no website needed, no experience needed, to all of a sudden be like, I'm in the online coaching game. And we started to teach them how to do this. That was massive because it plugged in all these other things and it got them right into the thing without having to be like, I gotta go spend $5,000 on a website. And yet, we helped them learn how to run the Facebook ads, how to run the email marketing systems behind, and how to finally get in that game because the world's looking for this. People want to shop for this. More and more people are shopping online. If they can't find you and they can't get something from you online, your revenue is going to go down or you're just stuck, always trading dollars for hours. always stuck trading dollars for hours. And these things build on that residual basis, massive way for you to start being like, I'm in the game, and I'm starting to go from there. Now, the other thing that we added was the fact that like Beachbody has an entire arsenal of some of the world's best fitness programs. PiYo, P90X, Insanity, T25, all these different programs. So that gave us the ability to have done for you at home programs. Now, here's how we use it though, because a lot of trainers instantly like, why would I ever like recommend somebody else's training program or anything like that? I don't like it. And I was the same way. I was just like, I can't refer people to these other programs. I don't know them. How will they make sure they modify? How will they make sure they correct the person's body? Well, those programs are so well put together. When you take the time to go check them out and really look at them, they're so well put together. The instructions well, the cueing as well. There's always modifiers in them. So I got my ego kind of out of the way. I was just like, okay, Vito, that's your ego talking. Let's give these things an honest look. And then I started to understand them better. But more importantly, I started to recognize that, like, listen, in my training studio, I didn't run Pilates and yoga and things like that. I was a, typical like boot camp, group fitness training. We did the strength training, the boot camp training, all that kind of stuff. So what I started to recognize though was that, like, listen, if I can diversify my training without bringing on staff or having to hire out or refer to somebody all the time, I'd be able to help my clients get better results without having to do all that heavy lifting myself. Which meant, once again, I didn't have to add payroll, I didn't have to add myself, I didn't have to go get these certifications, I didn't have to go invest in this staff and whatnot. Instead, I'll use an example of PiYo, which is Chalene Johnson's Pilates yoga kind of like fusion program. It's very good for stability, flexibility, and mobility. It's obviously very important for all of our clients as they're typed out of their minds. And most of them think, I gotta beat myself, I gotta beat myself, I gotta beat myself, I gotta train, sweat it out. Well, we all know that they need some recovery style, they need some mobility, stretch and flexibility training, that we started to be like, oh hey, we're gonna run this PiYo challenge. At the same time running one of our other programs, we would slide in the PiYo as another component of the program and say, hey, in between these training sessions, we want you to do these PiYo workouts so that you're getting some recovery training, you're getting some stretch and flexibility. And clients were like, oh, I love this, and I can do this at home. So now even the days that they weren't with us, we knew they were getting training. We were still in the threads and the Facebook groups and all that, coaching them, motivating them. That's what we really do today. Good trainers today are really coaches and motivators. They don't have to do all of the technician training. Not that we don't do that. We love that. That's part of what we are. But at some point, you can only do so much. You have to start relying on other things. What if you had that client that's just like, you know what, my kid's sick today, I can't make it in. You lose that income. Well, when we had the at-home DVDs and the online challenges and stuff, we were able to help them be like, hey, you got a library at home. I want you to bust out that PiYo program and do that today. And they're like, okay, I'll do that when the baby's down. And you're like, perfect. You're still getting your workout. I'm still coaching you. You're still the curator. You're still the resource that helps them find the right tools in their lives, and it makes a world of difference. And yet you're also building additional revenue streams into your business. And the beautiful thing is, you can teach this to other people. The biggest game changer of all of this is when we decided to make a virtual team of this. I was a studio owner. I had to rely on the handful of trainers that were good, because trainers, dime a dozen. Good trainers, rare. My studio was in Orange County. I could only pull trainers in the 5 to 10 mile radius, and that meant I could only market to the 5 to 10 mile, and I can only rely on as much as they helped build the business is how well that business grew. Now, that's limiting. I don't believe in limits. I believe in that we can grow as high and as far as we want. This business model, when we brought Beachbody Coaching on, the fact that it's an MLM network marketing business, and I know trainers all think MLM network marketing. Whenever you get that bad feeling about MLM or marketing, it means either you got burned in a bad company or you chose the wrong products that you weren't passionate about. That's the reality. You can't not like a business model just because it's a business model that you've heard bad things about. It just means people don't know how to do it. It's people's motivation, people's consistency and discipline that hurt them in a business model, not the business model itself. Network marketing is the best business model to start a company for a few $100s as compared to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. My Beachbody business cost me $200 to start, and it now brings me in close to $600,000 a year. Not a bad return on investment. My studio cost me $60,000. It never brought in personal income to me, $600,000 a year. Big difference. The only thing you have to gut check yourself is, am I going with an old stereotype? You know, when I was once in I think I was 19, 20, and I was in a network marketing business about water filters that my sister promised me all the good hype about. Oh, look, you can make all this money and do all this thing, and you just got to bring other people in and whatnot. But I didn't give a shit about water filter things. So I failed at it. It wasn't network marketing that didn't work, because other people were successful in that. I wasn't successful at that one. I even tried Advocare, wrong products for my gym. It's a very sports-centric product line. My clients were not sports-centric clients, so it didn't work for my business. I failed. It's not the business model. It was wrong products for the wrong market. But when I found Shakeology, when I found Beachbody products, when I found this, and what we eventually turned it into with our team, Team Rockstar Fit, all of a sudden, massive success because we're passionate about the company. The company is dedicated to ending the trend of obesity. You give me any leader, any company that's dedicated to that mission, I'm all in. That's their stated mission. I was like, that's it? That's what you're about? Ending the trend of obesity? I can buy into that. What you got for me? Check, check, check. Look at these products. These are world-class DVDs. Oh, look at these nutrition products. These are world-class things. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple of nutritional products within their line I'm not an advocate of. I don't recommend those. I recommend the ones that I believe in, and then I plug it into my online challenge, my at-home programs, and my nutrition coaching, and all of a sudden, game changer. But what changed was we started teaching other fit pros, because other fit pros were all in the same boat. I'm not making enough money. I'm barely getting by. Whenever I have something go wrong or a kid's sick or this and that, I lose money. We're done with that. We're done with those days. When you've got a business model like this that you can plug into your existing, this works with your current offline business. It's going to give you a turnkey online business. And now all of a sudden, you're also part of a team. And that's the thing. Going back to my studio was kind of like limited by the amount of trainers I could have there. And as much as they wanted to hard charge, as much as they wanted to be ambitious and get after it and grow something, this business model allowed me to start partnering with highly motivated, hard-charging fitness professionals, studio owners, club owners, all over the US and Canada. Now my revenue got tied to people that in the past I would have to form some sort of a business partnership with. I'd have to sign LLC papers. And after my bad buyout with my business partner, I was like, hey, signing no LLCs anymore. But now I was able to partner with people like Trina Gray and Ashley Mahaffey and Anna Render and Jen Pyro and Jeff Pelucio. All these hard-charging fitness professionals or entrepreneurs or health club owners or studio owners that were like, you know what? I need all this. I need all this, and I want something more. I want some way to help people more. I want more for my family. I want more for my lifestyle. I want more for my financial future. And because we were working with highly motivated people all over the place, what do you think happened to the business? Blew up. Blew up. All of a sudden, we're a team of at least, all of a sudden, well, it's been 4.5, 5 years since we've had this team. Since Trina and I co-founded Team Rockstar Fit, we have 3,000, I want to say 400 people on our team. That's different than my studio that I had to rely on my income with 5 people. Now my income can be part of what's going on with this entire organization. That's true residual compounding income. And that's what's available to you. Because if you don't make a decision to chase after a freedom income plan, to seize the window of what's happening online, what's happening with Facebook, to start helping your clients with additional revenue streams, additional products and programs that they need, want, and are already buying, you just need to be in the game. What's the future look like? Just more low income, more inability to travel, more inability to have lifestyle, more inability to be subject to the whims of other companies, what other people are telling you you're worth, the limits of the hours and the days and the number of people you can see in that time, no financial security, no ability to retire someday in the future. Hell, man, sometimes I'm talking to trainers where I'm like, what are you going to do when you get older? Like, I'm going to be 42 soon. And I'm like, there was a day I started to recognize, luckily I started to recognize this 5 years ago. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to physically stand on the floor and train anymore. What am I going to do? Am I just going to stop working in the fitness industry and go take a job somewhere? I'm going to be 60, 65, 55, whatever, go work somewhere and take an entry-level job again? That's the future, unless we do something about it. But now that I have an entire online and virtual coaching business, I have a virtual studio, a virtual health club, if you will. I could work until the day I freaking die because I'm just at the computer. And it's something I can pass on and give to my next generation. This business model allows me to hand it to the next generation. I can sign the business over to one of my family members. That's huge. I'm going to give them an entire financial future because of the work I'm doing now that I can then pass over to them. That's game changing in my mind in the future of where we're going. So this is the Freedom Income Plan. And it's really just, now listen, I'll be honest, I'm talking to you about it from the Beachbody coaching model, but let me talk to you about it, let me step out of that for a second and be like, these 5 revenue streams, if you can do them in another business model, by all means, do it. If you can find a company that helps you have nutrition coaching and gives you the turnkey systems and marketing campaigns and programs and all that, go. If not, build them yourself. You carve out the hundreds of hours and the thousands of dollars of investment to build that business model. We have it already done. Nutrition products. Check out Isogenics, check out Advocare, check out Herbalife and all those things. If those are the product lines that are right for you, hey, and the business model, network marketing will blow your life up. Just make sure the products are something you believe in, but you gotta add it. Stop leaving that money on the table. If you're interested in how we're doing with Beachbody coaching and how we're doing it with Shakeology in particular, I'm going to show you how you can get ability to get on a strategy call with me so we can see if you're a good fit for our team. But no matter what, plug that into your business. Whether you do it with us or not, I don't care. Equipment store. You've got to start helping your clients with that. If you find that Perform Better or TRX or whatever and you're like, man, that's pumping in the money, then go with that. Go with that. I just want you to know that that's a revenue stream you need to have if you want some freedom in your life and you want to help your clients more. Plug that in there. Online challenges. If you're not getting in that game, if you want to go build it, design it yourself and all that stuff, do it. Invest the hours, invest the time, check out other softwares, check out other stuff like that, and then be like, is it working? Is it proven? Do you have other examples? We have hundreds, if not thousands of fitness professionals that you can see testimony after testimony, Pilates instructors, yoga instructors, spin instructors, Zumba instructors, studio owners, health club owners. We got them all. We got them all, and we're growing fast because we're on a mission. We're on a mission to destroy obesity. We're on a mission to destroy the end of fitness professionals living broke. That's our mission. This is how we're doing it. At-home DVDs, create them yourself. Invest in other companies. Refer out. I know a lot of fit pros. I mean, my fiance Anna, she tried to build a bridal fitness DVD and a kid fitness DVD, invested $25,000. What you soon learn when you have those kind of products is, do I have the distribution channels to get that out? Am I willing to invest $25,000, $30,000, and then if it doesn't sell, or if it takes me 2 years to sell them all, do you have that time? Do you have those resources? Do you have that capital? If you do, rock it. If you know how to package that stuff online, creating info products, info business, by all means, I believe in that model as well. That's something I teach in my Legacy Builders Mastermind. But if not, I was like, I don't want to invest in that crap. I don't want to invest in making those DVDs. I don't got a $100 million a year budget the way Beachbody does to make at-home DVDs. I'll never make it look that good. I'll never design it that well. That was like a partner with the gorilla in the market, and instead I will curate the right programs to the right people at the right time. That's how I decided to get in that game and not go lose all the capital investment times. But I don't care. If that's where you're at, go do that. These 5 revenue streams must be in there. And if you want to create, I guess 6 would be the virtual team. This is the gold. That's the goal. Because if you can create a virtual team, if you can create a team and your income is a part of everything that they're doing, and it's not your payroll. Beautiful thing for me is all these people that I help coach, all these people, it's not on my payroll. It's not on my payroll. I don't have any overhead for that. I can coach them and know at the end of the day, as much as they want to put in, they're going to grow. As much as they don't, I didn't hire an employee that's a deadbeat. It's all right. Sometimes we bring on people on the team that promise to be a great thing, and they're not. Sometimes we bring on people that you're like, man, I didn't know if this person was going to be able to really get to that next level, and the person's a destroyer, and the person's changing lives. We create 5, 6 up-figure producing coaches now. It's just, do you want it? Are you looking for something more? What I would suggest is if this makes sense to a future that you want to start creating and for you to start evolving into this industry, into where you're going, down below is the ability to jump on a strategy session with me. I want to look into your business. I want to have a conversation with you and understand where you're at, what's holding you back, what are your roadblocks. I want to know what opportunities are on your plate, and I want to know what strengths you have. If those things all align, and I can see areas of how to help coach you, and our business model and our coaching program and our mastermind makes sense for you, because as a part of Team Rockstar Fit, we're going to give you our marketing campaigns. We're going to give you email marketing. We're going to start teaching you about high performance. We're going to start coaching you to be a better business owner. We're going to teach you how to develop all these revenue streams. We're going to invest a lot of time, money, and resources into you, that we just got to make sure you're a right fit. You can jump on that call, and I've set it up where I want to make sure only serious people are on there. So when you click that button, it's going to take you through a process to make sure you're serious about that. But I'd love to be on a call with you and see if you're the right fit for our team. If this is the right fit for your business, if it's not a right fit for your business, no harm, no foul. At least you learn something, you're developing your business, you're getting an education about what you need to be expanding into, and off you rock and roll. That's the mission. We've only got 2 missions on our hands. We've got to end the trend of obesity, we've got to end the trend of trainers being broke. If this is where you want to be at, click that button below. Let's jump on a strategy call. Let's find out if you're a good fit for our team, and if this is a good fit for where you want to be going. But no matter what, know that you can go out there and create so much more for your life, for your clients' lives, and for your family's life. It's okay to want to grow. It's okay to want to evolve. It's okay to want to go out and make a bigger difference today. It starts just by hitting that button below. Let's jump on a call. I look forward to seeing you and hoping to help you go out there and make a bigger difference today.